the way that I walk. I keep a G in the way that I talk. They came to me when they needed the real. I came to me when I needed support. Same was happy, it looked like the end. They came to me when they needed a start. I never needed a reason to be anything other than what I've been from the start. You are now tuned in. You about to walk with Frozy. If I said it, then I meant it. You already know, you know me. Started from the bottom, always been a problem. Who gon' control me? It's nothing but real ones around me. It's Mr. Montgomery County.
Frozy, welcome back to the channel, man. Happy to see y'all. Hopefully y'all happy to see me. Good to talk to y'all. Feel like we haven't done one of these type of blogs in a while. Right. And I always enjoy these blogs because we get to, talk about certain things from Fro's perspective. And bro's behind the camera right now doing some weird, Diddy. All right. But, got to start reintroducing these blogs back to the channel. And I definitely am. And you already know the Frozen Bros thing. We always rocking with that. And we got a super stream this Saturday. And the website is FrozenbergTV.com. Go grab some merch, especially after I just had that battle with Av. And real quick, before we get into anything or with this blog about, I want to talk about the Av battle a little bit. We spoke about it on Frozen Bros yesterday, and I just want to let my fans know I apologize for that third round. Gotta be able to own when you mess up, especially the way I barbecued and smoked and crock-potted the shit out of Chess after his blunder that he had, and I was very critical of him. And then 2 battles later, I jam up on my third like that. Now, I ain't a chronic choker, but that don't make it right. Easy got up there. Charlie Clips whooped his ass. And he got right in that camera and he said, he beat me. I respected that more than anything he's done in the game. All the wins he got. I'm like, damn. He might be evolving a little bit. I didn't expect to see that. I couldn't wait to see what he was going to say. But nah, he got in front of that camera. He said he beat me. Oh, did he? And I respected that. Now, I felt like I was up 2 rounds to none versus Av. Now, I'm not saying you have to agree with me. Still feel like he beat me after the battle because of the third. So, you got to be able to own it when you mess up. We're not perfect. Talk a lot of shit. Oh, you talked all this shit. Well, how else do we promote the battles, Goofy? If we don't say nothing, you say, ain't nobody promoting. Then we talk and then somebody got to lose. One of us have a mishap or we lose. And y'all down our damn back. I need to ease up a little bit. Now, you're only good as your last battle. I happen to be pretty damn good to the third. But, again, you got to own it. As a competitor, it's your job to own it, especially when you're a pro. And speaking of owning it, Verb versus Swamp. Now, this has been a storyline all of us have been tapped into, all of the diehard battle rap fans. Even if you're a casual, you probably knew Swamp and Verb didn't like each other. You type in battle rap on YouTube and you scroll long enough, just battle rap, just to work, but you'll find a Swamp and Verb argument. Pardon me, right? That's how long they've been doing it. So, the battle happened, obviously, Chrome 23, Miami Nights, on Sunday. No place like Chrome. Shout out to Rem. Shout out to Easy. I was part of that weekend. And the topic of the week, the consensus was Swamp won the battle. This is not a battle breakdown. Let's be clear on that. The consensus is Swamp won the battle. But there's now a conversation. I've been a part of it. Actually had a lot to do with the conversation because once I heard what, Verb was alleging as far as the round length, which I already knew the rounds were longer, but I credited that to Swamp getting so many crowd reactions. So Swamp went over the time, on the time limits. I had the time limits. Actually, you know what? It's a little tacky. I'm going to pull this out for you guys. No, whoa, that was crazy. Pull the times out for you guys so you can read it and hear it. All right. Swamp first round, 433. Verb first round, 310. Swamp second round, 613. Verb, 245. Third round, Swamp, 557. Verb, 243. This battle was contracted for 2 minutes with a 30-second grace period. That means 2:30. You can shave off 2 minutes minimum of every Swamp round. Minimum. And you can actually get up to 2:30, 2:40 on that second round. Maybe even 3 minutes, maybe. If you really stopping it on every time, like, you know what I mean? When they repeating bars, like that. So let's go to his highest round, which was 6:13. If I take 2:30 off of that, 3 minutes, 3 and some change, somewhere around there. He didn't crazily over, like a minute over if you want to be critical. His first round was 4:33. If I take the minimum 2 minutes off, that's 2:33. Right on time there. Third round, 5:57. If I take 2 minutes off, it's 3:57. Probably can 2:15, 2:20. So it went about a minute and a minute some change over maximum. If you want to say that affected the battle, I can understand you having that stance. But also Verb going under 2:30 almost every round has a lot to do with the outcome of the battle too. Was this not a high-level grudge match? Was this not promoted for 2 years? All right, I know what the contract said, but the contract said you got to do 4 or 5 interviews. I'm sure both of them may do that. Now, I'm not, I got to verbatim what their contract says. Like that being our contract. Now, Verb is a great promo. I'm not questioning that. But my point is, in a high-level grudge match like that, Verb, you hugging the time limit or coming in under the time limit is critical. Critical. Especially the way you burned him down toward the promo. What you created a monster. What did you think, he wasn't going to come in there with some head? And I know neither one of y'all wanted somebody sitting there with a clock talking about time. We don't do that in pro battle rap, and we don't do it. We don't. Now I see y'all. Froze, why you let him say this spaces? Why y'all giving me the responsibility to be arguing with Verb about his opinion? On his platform. He say what he want. It's all opinionated. I reported that I thought he lost. I also reported on the last Frozen Bros yesterday. He lost the battle. I don't care nothing about no times. I do my due diligence. I put the times out there. Verb, you want to see the times? Here go the times. I don't see the discrepancy you see. There is a little bit of a discrepancy, but you got parts of it. The only problem with you, Verb, is if majority of the people thought you won, you wouldn't be tripping that much about the times. And when you win these battles, or go to the A-War battle, you weren't tripping like that. Everybody said you won. You got performance of the night. You got some bread. You're a Hall of Famer, bro. Hall of Famer. You win a lot. I know you probably really believe you was better than Swamp. And maybe you still are. But on that day, he proved you weren't. On that day. On that day. Right? I think because of how much you burnt him on the promo, and I'm not saying he ain't never say nothing disrespectful to you, or I don't even care who started it. We ain't kids. Bare minimum, because of how much you burnt him down and said he wasn't that, I think the best thing to do as an OG and a legend is to tilt your hat and be like, okay, young fella, you got me. Good shit. You must be a bad mother. You already know what. You got me, and I'm cold around here. I'm VZ. I'm Verb. You got me? Maybe I was wrong. That would have been the best way to handle that, because you would only have to eat the crow for a minute. We all hate having to eat our own words. You would only had to do it for a little bit if that's how you carried it. Hey, listen, boy was going over time a little bit, but he know I'm dangerous. You said you're still keeping your belt, but he get the win. He came in overweight. You need the boxing analogies, and I understand where you're coming from. I see it that way, that perspective, but all in all, a W is a W. And again, you being the vet, I didn't expect you to come in hugging the time limits the way you did. You should have had a little bit more. You should have been ready. You should have been a little bit more ready. You should have been a little bit more ready. He said you heard his rounds before the battle. You said he admitted that he was going to go over the time. You had all the indications. Also, too, it would have been a little bit more credible if you were complaining during the battle. Right? It's like we got to the crib and then that's what we went with. And do you have a leg to stand on? Yeah, but at the same time, you weren't complaining the night of the battle. You had all these indications that he was going to do it. You said you heard some of his rounds. He told you on 3 Letterman he had 6 rounds. What you think, the rounds was 30 seconds? 2:30? You thought that's what Swamp was coming in there with 2:30? I think you got to own it a little better. Especially for somebody a Mount Rushmore candidate. That's why I respected Easy the way he carried it after that Clips battle. He said he got me. I looked in that camera and said, I dropped the ball in the third verse, Av. You got to own it, Verb.
More like through a pick six.
You know, threw a pick six with the game on the line. Right, bro. It's perfect. If you want to use that now, or fumbled on the goal line, or caught a timeout with no timeouts left, all types of just weird. I had to bring the St. Louis hat on because I wanted to go to the loo to talk to you. Yeah, we talking to spaces, but I didn't talk to you in the loo. Come on, Verb. Clean that shit up a little bit. You want to burn down all the bloggers. Now I don't know who said what. You one of the most talkers in the game. Respectfully. You gonna burn all the bloggers down now? Let's back up with Swamp because he said he ain't want to shake your hand. That was a grudge match. He held his end of the bargain at a grudge match. Respectfully. We got to clean up a little bit. Y'all better stop. I didn't know when everybody made me the speaker. Hey, I'm in there with Cola. He talking about, yeah, and Froze, you just in there letting them do this. What? What does that even mean? I'm not letting him do anything. I told him hugging the time limits was partly responsible for the time, the problems with the times. You hard cutting yourself in a grudge match versus somebody you burned for 2 years? Doesn't seem very logical to me. Not how I would have prepped for the battle, but I'm Rosenberg and you're a Verb. We're two different people, and I understand we have two different logics. I'd rather you give Swamp his props. And if you won't, I will. Congratulations, Swamp. You did win the battle. Was you in there wigging? Yeah. And the crowd was going crazy. I don't know what the pace of your raps was really supposed to be with you timed them at. I just know you had the building in there going noodles. And the people thought you won. But I definitely wanted to see it end a little better on the, you know. They didn't dap up. Verb said he didn't try to dap him. It looked like that. Everybody else kind of saw that. Verb said, nah, he wasn't on that type time. And then, you know, make it look like Swamp played him. Like, oh, fuck out of there, I ain't shaking your hand. And now Swamp like it's back. Verb like it's back up. So I don't know if we got a rematch coming. I don't know if Verb already crashed for the next 72 hours. But, yeah, shout out to Swamp. Shout out to Verb. And more grudge matches need to happen like that. We got that one while it was hot. We getting Nitty and Lux while it's hot. Still want to see what's up with Av and Big K. Easy and Tay Rock has kind of died down, but I guess if they announced it, you know what I mean? I don't know what Easy's next battle is going to be. I'm sure he's going to be trying to bounce back strong. But I ain't going to hold you. You remember 2 months ago we were saying battle rap is dead. You know, I feel like it's picking back up this year. I feel like we're ready to end the first half pretty well. We're getting a couple big matchups. We got Gnome coming up. I can't wait to see what's up with that. There was a bunch of fire cards on the Chrome card, even though the time switching of the event from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. was insane. I can't remember the last time a event ran like that. Right? But we got battles coming up. And we also got super streams coming up. We got a super stream this Saturday, 5 p.m. How about that? Me and bro's been quiet around this shit getting ready for these battles. Well, we ain't got no battles right now. So we ready to turn back up on the channel. Super stream Saturday, 5 p.m. Frozy.